Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am back once again. I've been a little bit MIA because, judging by the title, you guys probably already know I am pregnant. Hey guys, so it is the next day. I've decided to do the remainder of this video as a sit down like this. Before I found out I was pregnant, my boobs were very sore, and that's a PMS symptom that I normally get. So I didn't really, no telltale signs really, I guess, stood out to me because of that, because I mean, I was used to getting that every month. I want to say, now this is a little bit TMI and a little bit graphic. I'll just say my CM, because a lot of people don't know what that is. It was very lotion-like and creamy one day, like super, super creamy. And I was like, am I pregnant? And I think that was like 7 or 8 days past ovulation. So, my husband and I were just like, you know what? Let's not think too hard about it. Let's not get ourselves excited just to be disappointed. And lo and behold, I was actually pregnant. And then the day that I found out I was pregnant, I was going to schedule an appointment to get IVF, to do like a consultation. And they didn't answer the phone. And 4 hours later, I found out I was pregnant. And then on Tuesday, because I found out on a Monday, they called me back and I told them I would no longer need their services. Like, completely God, like just a miracle. Like, we can see this baby completely naturally. We weren't trying as hard as we normally would have. We were just relaxing and, just really putting it in God's hands. Like, obviously I was still tracking like when I was ovulating, when my period was, because I had an app, but I wasn't like, okay, we have to do this right here, right now. But we knew that there was a chance I could get pregnant. What made me go get a pregnancy test was we were sitting at a red light and I just felt so nauseous, like car sick. And I don't really get car sick, like rarely, unless I'm like looking at my phone while my husband's driving or someone else is driving, then yes, I will get car sick, but I wasn't doing that. You know what? Let's go stop at Dollar Tree. Let me go get a Dollar Tree cheapie. And I kid you not, you guys, I go in there, I think I got 2 tests. Did I get 2 or 1? I think I got 1 test. Home, I rushed to the bathroom, and the first thing I did was, after I peed in the cup, I prayed. I said, Lord, if I'm pregnant, I pray that the test comes out positive. If I'm not, let it come out negative. That way there's no confusion. Like, that way I don't think I see a faint line and I don't, or I do, but all that stuff. And I kid you not, I dropped the pee into the test, and I was gonna walk away and come back, but like something told me to just stay there. And I started seeing this line come up, and I was so confused. And I was just staring at it like this, because, there's been times where I thought the line was gonna like come up, but then like all the dye just goes over to the control line. Nope, all the dye was like staying on the positive line, and then it went to the control line. Then like they both got super dark, and I was like, what? And the line was not faint. It was a true pink line. And I started freaking out. I was just like, oh my gosh, Diego, come in here, come in here, come in here. And he's like freaking out. He's like, oh my gosh, what's going on? What's wrong? What's wrong? And so I just started crying. I just started saying, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. And that was in the middle of my husband coming to the bathroom. So he was just like, what's going on? And so he looks at the test and he's like, oh my gosh, baby, you're pregnant. I'm like, I know, I called my mom, I FaceTimed her, I FaceTimed my friend who was on her way to the house. She was supposed to be on her way over to our house to come get me. And she was like, oh my gosh, what? And it's so crazy because, it's just crazy. And like, a lot of people are like, why would you tell people so early? And listen, when you've been trying for so long, we tried for almost 3 years. It would have been 3 years in November. When you've been trying for so long to get pregnant and you finally get pregnant, you don't want to keep that a secret, especially when you're a believer and you know that it's like the baby is literally a miracle. I saw from friends of ours, they tried for 6 years and they got pregnant last year. The first thing that they did was tell people. And they taught me that you need people like around you, praying for you, praying for your pregnancy, praying for a healthy baby, praying for a full-term pregnancy and a healthy labor and delivery. That's what you need, you know, and you need to trust God, trust his plan. And so that's what we did, you know. I ended up announcing it the same day on Instagram. Well, yeah, on Instagram and Facebook. And then my same friend that was coming to get me the other day, I think that Thursday, we went to go get first response pregnancy test because I just wanted to see it on like more pregnancy tests. I took the test, y'all, and the positive line on the first response was darker than the control line. And the digital came back yes, and like at that moment, that's when I knew it was real. 6 weeks pregnant. My friend tells me about a place that'll do the ultrasound early because I had already went to my first initial OB appointment, got a pap smear. They did a pregnancy test there. Obviously it was positive. You know, educated me about things, and, you know, they made sure I had prenatals, which I already had gotten. So last week we got to see the baby. So that's the baby right here. That's the head. This is the yolk sac, and the nurse or ultrasound tech was like, it looks like your baby is an angel playing the harp. And I'm just like so astounded by this. I have more pictures, but I like this one the most because you can see things a little bit clearer. And that was just at 6 weeks and 5 days pregnant, I believe I was, when I got this ultrasound picture. And I got to see the baby's heartbeat because they don't like to do the heartbeat until you're like 8 or 9 weeks pregnant, which is what I'm going to be doing next week. Because that's the more heat that they have to apply, and the baby's too young for that. But I did get to see the physical heartbeat of the baby, and they also were able to measure it. And the baby's heartbeat was 128 beats per minute. And for 6 weeks pregnant, that is a very, very, very healthy heartbeat. So, and also I wanted to ultrasound just to make sure that my baby had implanted in the right place and like actually implanted in my uterus and not in like a fallopian tube or something. So that was just a miracle. You guys, the baby is due on Easter, April the 4th, 2020. What else can I tell you about the baby? I'm going to be pregnant all throughout like the greatest holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, our anniversary, you know, so I'm going to be able to eat very well. And I'm going to be carrying larger in the winter. So like, this is just such a blessing because this is literally the pregnancy that I prayed for. Smooth sailing. I haven't actually gotten sick on the stomach, like morning sickness. I've just been nauseous, and I've been taking Dramamine, I think is how you call it. And that's over the counter. My doctor told me I could take it. I'm very burpy, gassy, moody, stuffy nose, you know, but I know like that's normal when it comes to pregnancy, is having like sinuses, issues and things like that. I'm tired, but I can feel that my energy is slowly starting to come back, you know, like I'll be 8 weeks on Sunday, but I really am just really happy, you guys. Like, the baby is so healthy. The baby's right on track with everything, and we're going to be able to hear the baby's heartbeat. So hopefully I'll be able to film for that. But y'all, we are just so excited for baby Vitas. We already have our names picked out. And they're all Latin and they're hyphenated. So we already have our boy names picked out, our girl names picked out. And I know you guys are probably wondering, what do I think the baby is? Personally, 2 years ago, I had a prophetic dream that I was in the hospital and I gave birth to the most precious baby girl, and the nurse put her on my chest for skin to skin, and the room was all white. And last week I had a dream that I gave birth to that same beautiful baby girl. And anytime I have a dream about our baby, even in the past, like before we got pregnant, it was always a girl. So but in May, I received a prophetic word that I would get pregnant with a little boy, and I did not believe it because, you know, like I said, when you've been trying for so long and, you know, you're made to believe that you're medically infertile, you just don't see how it'll be possible for you to conceive all natural. And when it feels like everyone else is getting that blessing before you, and that's the blessing you've been wanting, it just feels impossible. So like you just can't see past your hurt and past your own confusion. That sometimes when God sends someone to tell you something or sends someone to basically encourage you, that you can accept it. I'm still in shock, but we're really, really excited. And I hope that my story blesses you, blesses somebody out there. If you're someone who's trying to conceive and you're trying to hold on to faith that God will give you this promise, He will. And my best advice for you is to throw yourself in worship and to pray and to share with other people your struggle. If you are struggling with faith right now that God is going to come through for you and do a breakthrough, you need to tell other people. Other believers need to be joining with you in prayer. And you need to tell other people, because when you get that promise, it's such a testimony, because there's so many people that watched us from the beginning to now that we've arrived, and it's blessed them in so many different ways. I mean, not everyone's struggling with conceiving, but everybody is trusting God for something. And your story can encourage someone to keep going. Your story can encourage someone to give their life to Christ. Your story can encourage someone who's broken to pursue God and to get a mended heart. You just never, ever know. So always share your testimony, and, be strong and courageous and just trust God. And it sounds cliche. It sounds easier said than done, but really that's what you need to do, because I notice whenever I get to my breakthroughs, right at the beginning of my breakthrough, I always give up, and I need to learn. I gave up the same day that I found out I was pregnant. I was like, what is going on? Why can't I get pregnant? And I was pregnant all along. So, that just goes to show you, that Waymaker song is so true. Like, even when we don't see it, He's working. Even when we don't feel it, He's working. He never stops working. And He is a Waymaker. He is a promise keeper. He is a miracle worker. And we just really need to believe the words of the songs that we are singing. And I'm just going to leave that with you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all your prayers throughout this journey. I will keep you guys updated. And next week I'll do a bump shot. But I just love you guys so, so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you.